Is your listing even getting seen? You've got your San Diego home listed, the photos look great, the for sale sign is up, and maybe you've even held an open house or two. But the phone's not ringing. The showings are slow and the offers, they just aren't coming in. I know how frustrating that feels. I mean, you did everything right, yet it seems like buyers just aren't seeing your home. Well, here's the thing. Your home actually might be invisible online. I'm Don Pelletier with the Don Pelletier Group. I'm your trusted San Diego real estate guide. My team and I, we've helped over 2,200 homeowners across San Diego County get real results, even in tricky markets. Today I'll show you exactly why your listing might not be getting noticed and how we can fix that fast so your home gets the attention it deserves. Well, here's the truth. Buyers don't discover homes by, driving around anymore like they did back in the day. They're scrolling Zillow or Redfin on their phones while watching Netflix. So according to Zillow's 2025 data, 97% of home buyers start their search online, and listings that get around 250 views per day in their first week, they typically go under contract within 7 days. So if your listing only receives a handful of clicks or saves, it fades into the background fast. The first week is everything. Think of it like a movie premiere. If no one shows up on opening weekend, it's really tough to bounce back from that. That's why visibility isn't a luxury, it's a must. Without even the most beautiful home can remain unnoticed in one of California's most active markets. So let's start with pricing, because really, this is where most listings go wrong from day one. You'd be amazed at how a tiny difference can make a huge impact. Let's say your price, for example, is $1,005,000 instead of $1 million even. Since buyers' home searches at this price point are typically set up in $50,000 increments, all buyers whose search is set up from $1 million to $1,050,000, they're aware of your home. However, those that have a search from $950,000 to $1 million, they're not even going to see it on their search. So on day one, you've lost 50% of the buyer attention. Suddenly, you've vanished from every search capped at $1 million. Buyers never even see you. Zillow's data shows that overpriced homes that sit on the market longer receive fewer views and often sell for less after numerous price cuts. The smart move to base your price on is real-time data from 30 to 60 days, not last year's high point. When you hit the sweet spot, you don't just attract views, you create competition. And when buyers compete, you win. Now let's talk about the visuals, because the reality is buyers fall in love online before they ever set foot in your home. In fact, the 2024 National Association of Realtors report said that 41% of buyers find photos most critical about a listing. But here's where it gets interesting. Homes with 3D tours, floor plans get 43% more views, 55% more saves. That's not a small difference. That's why we invest in professional photography, drone footage, and interactive 3D tours that lets buyers explore your home from anywhere. It always amazes me though how many MLS listings we come across where it's obvious that the agent used their cell phones to take the property photos. What are they thinking? If your photos look dark, cluttered, or outdated, buyers won't give your home a second glance, especially in today's market. But when your listing stands up from the screen, that's when the calls start coming in. Well, here's a fun fact. About 70% of buyers are searching for homes on their phones. That means if your listing looks great on a desktop, but awkward or cut off on a mobile screen, you're missing the majority of your audience. Mobile buyers make snap judgments in seconds. I mean, we build every listing to look incredible on mobile, featuring bright, vertical images, punchy descriptions, and easy to read highlights. You want that instant wow factor when someone scrolls past your home. Well, because in today's world, if your listing doesn't look absolutely great on a phone, it might as well not exist. Now here's something that surprises many people, frankly. When you list your home, it actually matters. For example, Redfin found that homes listed on a Wednesday or a Thursday, they get the most attention and they sell the fastest. Why? Because buyers plan their weekend showings midweek. So if your listing goes live on a Monday, it's stale by Friday. Post on Friday, and it might get buried before anyone sees it. That's why, ideally, we strategically will launch midweek, paired with social media buzz, paid social media ads for massive exposure. We do agent alerts, open house promotions, etc. You're not just putting a sign in the yard, you're creating a launch moment. So timing is what turns just listed into just sold. Well, here's one that shocks most people. Response time. A Harvard study found that replying to an online inquiry within 1 hour increases your chances of reaching that buyer by 7 times. Wait 1 full day and your odds drop by over 60 times. That's crazy. Buyers are impatient. If they don't hear back right away from your agent, they've already booked a showing with someone else. It's that simple. That's why my team uses systems that respond to new leads, ideally within 5 minutes or less. Then we personally follow up to schedule tours. When you're quick, you don't just get more leads, you get better ones. Even the best home can start to fade if it sits too long. In fact, Realtor.com data shows that after just 3 weeks, listings receive 60% fewer views than they did the first week. And once buyers see that on the market for 30 days tag, they start wondering, what's wrong? Even if nothing is. That's why we like to stay on top of your listing's performance. If engagement slows down, we don't panic, we refresh. New photos, new copy, boosted ads, we reset the algorithm before your home gets lost in the shuffle. Keeping your listing fresh means keeping it visible, and that visibility is what attracts buyers. Well, here's another hidden issue. Your listing might not be appearing on every major site. That's because the MLS doesn't automatically push to all other platforms. In fact, the National Association of Realtors found that only about 1/2 of agents post listings on top third-party portals such as Zillow and Redfin. So you miss a lot of eyeballs that way. But when you list your home, when we list it for you, we put it on 350 websites, including Zillow, Trulia, Google, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and the list goes on. We go where the buyers are. Because these days, more homes appear behind, the right buyer is going to walk through one. So how do we fix this? With what I call our visibility playbook. First, we fine-tune your pricing based on what's actually selling right now, not what sold months ago. Doesn't matter. Then we launch midweek with stunning visuals and a mobile, optimized layout. We monitor your engagement daily, aiming ideally for 250 views, 2 saves, and 10 shares per day every week. Those numbers, if they're not where we need them to be, we pivot quickly. Fresh photos, we adjust our marketing or boost our social campaigns. We don't wait and hope, and we adapt right away. So when you stay proactive, data-driven, your home doesn't just re-enter the market, it literally dominates it. So if your home's been sitting without much traction, it's not necessarily overpriced or unappealing, it just might be invisible. Well, the good news, that's easily fixable. By combining smart strategy, standouts, visuals, brilliant photography of your listing, you become irresistible in San Diego market. So today buyers have choices and attention is very limited. So the homes that get seen, those are the homes that get sold. It's plain and simple. When visibility drives momentum, momentum drives offers, and offers lead to results. So that's the cycle we create every single time. And if you think your home might be, flying under the radar, or you're getting ready to sell in the coming months and you want to launch really strong, let's talk. Just give me a call at 858-336-1114, or you can email me at donp@pelletierhomes.com, or just visit our website at donpelletier.com, and you can book an appointment right there so we can have a quick, one-on-one strategy session at your home. I'll answer all your questions, I'll share all the data with you, and I'll help you, develop a game plan that's going to work. I've done this over 2,200 times successfully in all market conditions, so you'll be in great hands if we get the opportunity to help you with this. And again, if you decide to not take any action or do anything once we meet, perfectly fine. I just want to give you enough information so you can make the best decision and derive the very best outcome for yourselves. So thank you for watching my video. If you like this one here, feel free to subscribe and ring the bell, and you'll get a lot more content coming your way. Thanks again, and take care.